Go for main engine start. We have main engine start. 2, 1.
When we think of those amazing astronomy images, what comes to mind but the poor Hubble Space Telescope? Launched into space on the payload bay of the Space Shuttle Discovery in 1990, it has been wowing us since the early 90s, seeing not only visible but ultraviolet images. It made not only 1.5 million observations, but gave the result of over 19,000 peer-reviewed astronomy papers. With the help of the space shuttle, Hubble was not only delivered to orbit, but serviced multiple times with costly missions. Sadly, in 2011, the last space shuttle flew. This was a hard choice, but had to be made as the shuttles were aging and becoming a bit dangerous. This not only left the US with no ride to space, but it left Hubble to fend for itself to this day. To this day, Hubble remains in orbit until it dies. Enough. I could talk about Hubble all day. We'll discuss that later in the future. While they were preparing to launch Hubble way back in 1989, the passionate people that they are, the astronomers, were already plotting Hubble's successor. Although most likely not known by its name, James Webb Telescope started construction in 2004. Talking about the future, it's time! Now the show you've all been waiting for. 14 countries working together present Launched on December 25th, 2021 from French Guiana, NASA and the European Space Agency, also known as ESA, teamed up to make this project possible. Unlike Hubble, which is orbiting the Earth, Webb is orbiting the Sun 1 million miles from Earth orbit. It's orbiting in a special spot called the L2 zone. So why do we put it there? Why is it so important that James Webb is in the L2 point, and what does that even mean? It pretty much means that James Webb is in this point where it will be in constant synchronization between the Earth and the Sun, constantly able to send and receive data. So James Webb does not orbit Earth like Hubble. Rather, it orbits the Sun alongside the Earth. In fact, there are 5 of these ranges in total. Each of them are named after the 18th century mathematician who first theorized their possibility. Joseph Louis Lagrange came up with a 3-body problem in which he theorized the solution as to how 3 objects could orbit all in a position relative to each other. So stop right there. Hold everything. Why are we launching a telescope to space if it costs so darn much and we cannot even service it? This is a reminder that Earth has something called an atmosphere. While great for instance, this is terrible for astronomy, as it obscures and blocks a lot of cosmic light. So simply we want to get away from Earth's pesky atmosphere. So what is Webb going to tell us? Are you sitting down? Good. The universe is huge! Light can only travel so fast. This means the further we look into space, the further back in time we can see. In the case of the James Webb Space Telescope, it's going to see the furthest back we have seen to date. I'm talking 13.5 billion years ago. This is still a few 100 million years after the Big Bang happened, so it's not the absolute beginning, but this means some of the first stars and galaxies, the story of us, how we came to be. So James Webb even took a selfie for us. In crazy temperatures ranging from negative 390 degrees Fahrenheit all the way to 260 degrees Fahrenheit, our buddy even gave us the first ever space telescope selfie. Can you see how much excitement I'm holding back here? So what will we see from Webb next? Only time and space will tell.